Alexa, turn on generic overused coffee making morning routine intro. Hello and welcome to the Main Cave. Now if you're new here, we make regular videos on technology for your smart home, so please do consider subscribing, as we may make a video to make your life easier and I wouldn't want you to miss out. So do hit the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. In today's video, I want to show you this, the Lavazza Voicy coffee machine. I spent a lot of time in the Main Cave and usually only appear out to get food and coffee. So I was on the lookout for a machine I could use upstairs next to me while playing my PS5. And that's where this comes in. There are hundreds of coffee machines available, and this one caught my eye due to the price drop it recently had and the fact that it's packed with tech bits. It's not particularly new, but what new is the price. This came out last year at £300, but has recently dropped to a much more manageable £99, putting it down to other pod coffee machine levels. And for your price, you are getting a lot of coffee machine. Get one at this price, as there won't be many around soon. But with this price drop, it does make me kind of think Lavazza may be coming out with a new one, as cutting £200 off the RRP is quite steep and feels like they're getting rid of stock. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So it's probably about time I give you my coffee credentials. I currently own a Sage Brewer Sage Espresso machine, a DeLonghi bean to cup. Oh, and I used to run my own successful coffee company as a fully trained barista and director. So I kind of know what I'm looking at. All the machines I own range from about £250 all the way up to nearly £1,000. So the Voicy is pretty much a budget machine in my lineup. In this video, I'm going to be going through the unboxing, the setup and features, the Alexa integration, the Modo Mio pods, the app, and finally what I think of the coffee that it produces. All timestamps are linked in the description. So let's start off with the unboxing then. It's pretty standard. The machine itself is very well packaged and it comes with a manual, quick start guide, drip tray, and what I didn't realise was 9 coffee pods of differing strengths. This means you can get about making coffee straight away without having to buy any extras. Having said that, at the same time as ordering the machine, I also ordered a pack of 128 coffee pods, a pair of lungo glasses and a cage, all of which I'll go through in the video. So the machine itself feels very premium. It's a beautiful matte black with the water tank at the back. It weighs 4.5 kilograms and more with the water, which it holds 1.1 litres. The water tank is easily taken out and placed back on at the back, and the handle on the top of the machine is firm and secure, again giving a premium feel. The drip tray at the front has 2 heights. It goes 8cm gap and a larger 12.5cm gap. To adjust, just pull it out and place it into the one that fits your sized cup. The maximum gap is perfect for even the largest of mugs. Next, take the drip tray out and you can pull out the handle and you have access to all the old pods you've used and some waste water. Just pour this away and put the tray back in. The main centerpiece for this machine is the control panel front and center. I'll talk about Alexa integration next, but the controls on the top are for Alexa, then underneath that is a machine-specific button, power in the middle, flanked by smaller and larger Espresso, 30 or 45 millilitres, both of which can be changed in the app, which I'll talk about in a bit. All of the buttons on the front are rubber and feel superb to press. You get a nice satisfying click with feedback when you press them. Again, it feels quality. Under this is almost hidden is a speaker. This is essentially a built-in Echo Dot, and after we make our first espresso, I'll talk about this. Once I got the machine ready, I plugged it in, rinsed out the water tank, and without reading the instructions, I got about making my first espresso. It's really quite intuitive. The steps are, pull up the handle, place a pod in, pull the handle down. Now turn the machine on if you haven't already, and select small or large on the front, and away it goes. Not 30 seconds later, you have what I can only describe as a fantastic tasting espresso. I'll go more into the coffee itself a bit later, but for now, trust me, these Lavazzas really do taste good. The process for making a bog standard espresso is there. You don't need to do anything more, but if you want to, you can do more. Now to talk about the features, as this comes with a few bells and whistles, and the headline feature, as I said, is the Alexa integration. This is both brilliant and a bit gimmicky in both measures. So let's start off with the good bits. The machine is like having an Echo Dot sat on your machine. The speaker is almost invisible and it produces a decent sound that's a bit tinny, but in no way is it bad. Here's a sample of music being played out of the speaker. The buttons at the top, as we said, are for Alexa. There's a mute, Alexa, then volume up and down. Surrounding the whole top panel is a bright LED which has the usual Alexa lights. If you want to mute it, then just press the microphone button, but this does present you with what you may find an issue. If it's muted, then you get a red light all the way around, which I haven't actually found a way to dim or even turn off as yet. So you now want to use Alexa, just set it up using the Alexa app on your phone and you're good to go. Then on to making a coffee. Just say, Alexa, ask Lavazza to make me a coffee. And as long as you have a pod in, a cup under, water in, off it goes and makes your coffee. You also have the choice to ask Alexa for hot coffee or ask about consumption statistics, which is a nice touch. There are quite a few Alexa commands you can use with this, which is great. Hotter, longer, double, it's all there. So what's bad about having Alexa? We did say it was a little bit gimmicky. And yes, it's not 100% automated. It can't be. As I said just a second ago, you need to make sure that there's a water in the tank, there's a cup under the spout, and there's a pod loaded. So really, pressing on the button to start it is the only thing that Alexa saves you from doing. But I get it. Have all these in place downstairs, then in the morning, from the bedroom, ask for a coffee which will be ready when you get to it. It just doesn't save you a huge amounts of time, really. It would be nice if you could stack a few pods in at the same time, but hey, maybe in the next version. Other than that, asking Alexa to set timers, what the weather is, playing your favourite radio station, it's all there, and seeing as an Echo Dot is around £50, you could see this as saving £50 on the purchase of the machine. Next integration for this is the app. I downloaded it with a bit of trepidation, as the reviews of the app are frankly awful. However, credit where credit's due, I found the app to be flawless and experienced no issues whatsoever over the past few weeks of testing. Open up the app, connect a machine, and you have a plethora of options. Down the bottom is a load of stuff I never really use, such as Lavazza World, whatever that is, profiles, homes, and machines. In machines, it's here where you can set how much water comes out when you press one of the two physical buttons on the front of the machine. I have mine set to 30ml and 55ml, the latter being for when I want something longer than just a regular espresso. The main part of the app is the big plus symbol. Press that and here you can do all sorts. You can start descaling, you can power the machine on and off, keep track of your coffee habits, and the best bit is you can add your own personal espresso. So press that and within the menu you can add your own coffee, including length, temperature, what pods you're using, and other selections the machine doesn't do, but will remind you once made to do these things, such as adding froth milk or adding any topping that you like. Then save it with an icon and it's all set up for you. This feature is great, and if there's more than one of you can have different tastes who is using the machine. It's brilliant. Again, you can have it all prepped before you hit the brew button, but the time you actually get to control how it comes out, so the app for me is very well done. So what about the extras that I bought then? As I said, I bought these Lungo glasses. I wanted something bigger than an espresso glass, as sometimes I like to add a touch of milk, and these seem to be the perfect size. They feel good quality and have a large handle, which is ideal. I also bought around 128 pods, and at 17p per pod, this actually makes it to be very reasonably priced coffee. I did the math on the 148 I got and calculated that coffee in the trade prices is only just a touch more expensive, and compared to pods off the shelf, these pods I got are much cheaper. These are the third-party pods and not official Lavazza ones, but wow, they taste good. I've not had one that doesn't drink well. Finally, I bought a pod holder. This holds 28 pods and it looks pretty cool next to the machine. So onto the coffee then, and how does it taste? Well, I completely understand that taste is subjective, but having tasted a wide range of coffee from instant through to craft espresso, I can confidently say these taste fantastic. I've been hugely surprised by the Voicy, as I was expecting good coffee, but not this good. Yes, it depends on which pod you use, what your tastes are, and how you make it, but I don't think you'd have an issue. I sometimes have an espresso, sometimes a mugful after filling it with hot water from my weekette, or just to add some warm milk to it. Either way, it makes a decent cup of joe. Nice body, decent crema on top, no complaints here. So far so good with the Voicy, but what don't I like about it? Firstly, it isn't really a specific Lavazza Voicy feature, it's the pods. They create quite a lot of waste. Every coffee you make, you have to throw away a plastic pod, which in a world of being environmentally conscious isn't too great. If you want pods that you could put on the compost, of which the 9 you do get in the machine they are, then you need to buy the more expensive official pods, as the cheap Amazon versions I got are just plastic. But what about the machine itself? Well, you can't make milk-based drinks as it doesn't come with a milk frother. You'd need to buy your own, which would add to your bottom line. The speaker quality also, it isn't great, so it can't really be relied upon to be the room main music output source either. Also, I'd say £300 is too much for the pod machine. Any pod machine, actually. So you'd need to wait for it to drop to £150 maximum. But £99 is a steal. Finally, Alexa is a bit of a gimmick. I do use it as an echo, but to make coffee, maybe only a handful of times. I mainly do it by pressing the button. Apart from that, it's currently pretty cheap to buy, pods can be pretty cheap, the coffee tastes great, the app is good, and finally, it really does feel like a £300 machine, but for £99. There's really not much I don't like. Now, would I recommend this? At £99, I absolutely 100% yes I would. This thing is superb, and I've now moved away from my Sage brewer and my espresso maker to make my life simple, and I won't be going back. I have found over the past few weeks this Voicy has surpassed all of my expectations. It's brilliant. So let me know then, have you got one, or are you thinking about picking one up? All links of where you can pick one up I've put down in the description below. As I said, please do like, please do subscribe. Until the next video, enjoy your coffee. Bye bye.